find the following integral. So question 1, the a part. We have this. So we're going to have now, can we expand this one times this one, that's a 2x squared. This one times this one, plus what? Plus 6x, then minus 2, all over. If you expand this one times this one, that's a 2x squared. Okay? This one times this one, that's minus x. And then plus 1 times 2x, that's a plus 2x. And then plus 1 times minus 1, that's minus 1. Okay? So then, if you check now, you realize that the power of the numerator and denominator, they are the same. So in that case now, we're going to use a long division. We're going to use a long division, and that will be 2x squared plus 6x minus 2. Okay? And this one will be 2x squared. Minus x plus x, that's a plus x minus 1. We now have now, what can we use to multiply this one? I think we can, let's use 1 here. That'll be 1, we have 1 here. So 1 times this one, that's a 2x squared. And that's what we want to achieve. We want to ensure that the first number here is the same with this one here. So 1 times this one, that's a plus x. 1 times minus 1, that's minus 1. Do your subtraction. So this will become 0. This will become 6x minus x, that's 5x, minus 2 minus 1. So that will be what? That will be minus 1. You can now see now that this one we have here now, the remainder, the power is what? Is 1, which is what? Which is less that of the denominator. So you stop there. So your question now, what you have here? 1, then plus the remainder 5x minus 1 all over 2x squared plus x minus 1. The moment you do your long division, you're going to have a number. It could be a number, it could be a variable plus a proper fraction. Okay? In the sense that the degree now of the numerator is less to that of the denominator. Then you now continue and use your partial fraction for the what? For the proper fraction. Okay? So let's take that. So we now have this over this 2x squared plus x minus 1 is equal to, don't forget this one has two expressions. This denominator is the same as x plus 1 and then 2x minus 1. So this will be a over what? X plus 1 plus b over 2x minus 1. Okay? So we're going to multiply through by these common factor. Multiply through the equation by this common factor. So you're going to have on the left, you have the numerator. This fraction a over this one times the common factor, you have a times what? 2x minus 1. Then plus b, this one and this one cancel out. So you have b times what? X plus 1. Okay, and then multiply this one by common factor also. This. So we can quickly substitute now. Let x be what? Be minus 1. So and that will be what? 5 times minus 1, that's minus 6. And that will be a times 2 times minus 1, that's minus 2 minus 1. So that will be equal to what? Minus 3a. So a is what? A is a 2. Then the next thing we can do now is to substitute for let x be equal to what? Plus 1 over 2. Plus 1 over 2. So 2 times 1 over 2, that's 1. So 1 minus 1. So this one we cancel out. So we have 5 times 1 over 2 minus 1 equal to b times half plus 1, that's 3 over 2. So this one will give us what? 5 over 2 minus 1, which is the same as what? 3 over 2. Equal to what? Equal to 3 over 2 b. So b is what? B is 1. For the a part of this question, for the integral of this, you know, we've done this. We have when we use a long division, we have this. Then when we solve the the proper fraction, we have a equal to 2 and b equal to what? B equal to 1. Okay, so in that case now it's going to be integral of what? It's going to be integral of 1 plus a is what? 2 over x plus 1, then plus 1 over what? 2x minus 1 dx. Okay, so the final answer of what will be x plus 2 ln x plus 1, and then plus ln 2x minus 1 plus c. And don't forget, there is an attachment to the function, so that's 2. So you divide your answer here by what? By 2. So 1 by 2. So that's that on this question. The b parts, let's write the expression inside the integral. So if we check this is a proper fraction, and when you have it in proper fraction, so what you do is to do the long division, x to the power s cubed plus 2s squared plus 2, okay, and then you divide by this s squared plus this. So we have s cubed here. So what can we use to multiply this so that we can have the first item as s cubed? We can use this. So this times this, we have this. This times this, we have what? S squared. Do your subtraction. So this becomes 0. And this one minus this one, that's what? That's s squared. And you bring this one down, plus what? Plus 2. Okay? We can still continue because the power here and the power here, they are still the same. So that will be what? That will be plus 1. So 1 times this, that's s squared. And then 1 times this, that's what? That's plus x. Okay? So I can change this one to 0, plus 0, and then plus what? Plus 2. Plus 0x, then plus 2. So do your subtraction, then I have this with 0, then I have what? 0 minus this, that's minus what? Minus x, plus what? Plus 2. So you can now see now the power of this is left to the divisor. Okay, so we'll stop the division. So then we now have now, your question now, this is equal to the quotients, which is x plus 1, okay, then plus what you have here is minus x plus 2 all over the what? Your divisor. This is your divisor, which is x squared plus what? Plus this. Now this polynomial division is generating an expression. In this case, it's not a number. This is generating an expression, then plus a what? A fraction. And this fraction is what? Is proper fraction. So we're going to solve the proper fractions. So the moment you now find the answer, then plus what? Plus this. So we now have minus x plus 2 all over this into bracket what? X plus 1. And that's equal to what? My a is what? E over this, then plus e over x plus 1. So multiply through by the common factor. So you have minus x plus 2 equal to what? This one will give you a times x plus 1 plus this one will give us what? B times what? Times x. So let's s is equal to what? Minus 1. So we have minus into bracket minus 1 plus 2, which is what? Which is 3 equal to what? Here we have what? Minus b. So b is what? B is minus 3. Then let x be 0. Let x be 0. So we have 2 on the left equal to 0 plus 1. That's 8. So a is what? A is 2. So we now have our integral. So we have this equal to, don't forget what we have here. Now integral x plus 1, then plus this one as an expression. Our a is what? Our a is 2. That's 2 over x. Then plus b is what? B is minus 3. So that would be minus here 3 over what? X plus 1. Okay. Then we can open the bracket here and close the bracket here. X. Okay. So if you do the integral of this, so this will be integral of this one, that will be x squared plus what? This is having power 1, so 1 plus 1, that's 2 over 2. Then plus figure of this one is this, then plus 2 ln what? ln x, then minus 3 ln x plus 1 plus c. So if you want to go for that, that will be s squared over 2 plus this, and then this will be ln s squared over x plus 1 to power 3, then plus 1 plus c. So if you can leave it this way, or you leave it this way.